Tonight, 2.5 weeks after those wildfires on Maui brought so much death and destruction, there's a new estimate of those missing. And as Sam Brock reports, there's now growing outrage for those who lost everything, now facing a housing crisis.
Lahaina's excruciating wait for loved ones has taken another turn tonight. The FBI releasing nearly 400 verified names of those still unaccounted for, a decrease from what was once estimated to be more than 1,000. As chilling new details emerge about the fire's youngest victim, 7-year-old Tony Takafua, killed trying to escape with a car full of relatives. It comes as residents like Pakalana Phillips face dual hardships.
It's been a home that 4 generations have lived in.
Figuring out where to live as she steps over the crumbled pieces of her home while mourning the loss of a beloved uncle. Pakalana says her government-funded hotel room expires in a few weeks with no idea what's next.
What is the scale of the challenge you're facing right now?
Where do you find a place to live? In Lahaina, it was hard to find a place to even rent. And then because so many families are displaced, is how do you stay in Lahaina after all of this?
Pakalana's position is hardly unique in this devastated community.
None of us have time to grieve. When you have to worry about where you're going to live, how can you even have time to grieve? How can you plan a funeral?
Tahani and her mother, Sally Gomes, lost their family matriarch, Donna, in the flames, and tell us they've received virtually no guidance from state or federal officials.
I'm in the Airbnb until the 11th, and then I don't know what happens after that.
FEMA has not given any reassurance, really, besides apply at the end of September.
Tonight, FEMA referring us to the governor, who we pressed for answers.
We've had residents who've told us that they're in the dark right now. How long are you guaranteeing housing for?
We intend to have a plan ready in the coming days to show people that they'll have this first essential 6 months covered, and then we're going to extend for the better part of 18 months.
Is that a promise that you're making to residents?
Yes, it's a commitment.
The scale of the housing crisis, daunting.
We just have water and some fruits and vegetables.
Even as people like Pakalana put aside those concerns to hand out supplies to others.
We're not going to be buried in the ash. We're going to help rebuild. This is one of the most beautiful places on earth to live, and it's not because of the beauty, it's because of the people.
That was Sam Brock reporting. As for the hotel rooms currently housing displaced residents, the governor says they will keep paying the bills to keep them there, but it's not a message that's reached all the families that have been displaced.